Welcome back to the Coach Momentum podcast. It's Karen Capello. Today we're going to be talking about the power of reconnecting. I'd like to begin with one simple question. Who have you been meaning to reconnect with? I imagine someone immediately came to mind. Maybe it's a former colleague or a past client. Maybe it's a leader you enjoyed working with or someone you've thought about reaching out to for months. So, why haven't you? Most of us don't avoid reconnecting because we don't care. We wait because life gets busy. We assume we're busy, they're busy too. We wonder if enough time has passed. We tell ourselves, we'll do it next week. We procrastinate because we don't want to appear salesy. Then 6 months go by. Here's what I've learned. One of the greatest untapped assets in your coaching business is the relationships you've already built. We're taught that growth comes from finding new people by some of the marketers out there. Many times it does, yet many of our greatest opportunities come from people who already know us too. Trust already exists. That accelerates everything. One objection I hear all the time is, I've already contacted everyone I know. When I hear that, I usually smile because almost every time they're only thinking about past clients. Let's broaden the picture. Here's a great list. Former colleagues, former executives, HR leaders, referral partners, conference connections, professional associations, alumni groups, vendors, friends who admire your work, people you've helped without ever sending an invoice. Suddenly that list becomes much larger. Relationships aren't tasks to complete, they're conversations to continue. And here's another point. Reconnecting doesn't mean repeating yourself. People change. Companies change. Priorities change. Budgets change. The conversation you have today is completely different from the one you had 6 months ago, even though it's with the same person. And even though energetically you are picking up where you left off, topic-wise, you're beginning a brand new conversation. One coach I work with reached out to 3 people. I mentioned her in my last podcast. One became a client, one became a referral partner, and one introduced her to someone else. I've also watched a single conversation lead to a $40,000 corporate contract. And neither of those opportunities could have been predicted. They simply begin with reaching out. That's why I encourage coaches to make reconnecting a habit. Don't wait until business slows down. Reconnect every week. One of our coaches that made $1 million in a single year sent out 5 LinkedIn messages per day to people she already knew saying, "How are you?" That's 25 a week or 100 a month. Did all of them come back for conversations? No, but some of them did. And 1 or 2 conversations are enough to keep relationships alive and create opportunities over time. So before we finish today, I'd like you to do something simple. Write down the names of 3 people you've been meaning to reconnect with. Don't think about whether they'll hire you or they're your ideal client or anything like that. Don't worry about saying the perfect thing. All you have to do is listen. Simply reach out. You may be surprised where one of those conversations leads. And if you're listening before August 10th, I'd love to invite you to join me for our complimentary 5-day conversation sprint. It's like a challenge, but I prefer to call it a sprint. We'll spend the week reconnecting with our networks, creating meaningful conversations, and discovering opportunities that are often much closer than we realize. Thank you for listening. And until next time, keep creating meaningful conversations and building momentum.